Happy Monday. We're taking a little movement break. 12-ish. 10-ish. If you're watching live, thanks for joining. If you're watching the replay, so glad to have you here. You can watch whenever you want. They're on the grid forever. I'm like looking at this Monday morning outfit and I really went with the animal vibe. So wherever you are, if you're ready to take a movement break with me, letting the feet settle on the floor, if you can reach the floor. Let's tap the toes a couple times. Taking a couple big sighs. Letting the breath move through you, waking up the feet. Softening through the face. And then we'll switch to the heels. I'm going to tap the heels a couple times. And as you tap, you're still breathing. No need to hold the breath here. Let the breath flow in and out. Maybe a noisy sigh happens. And then we're going to take one foot up at a time. You could do this seated if you're feeling really frisky and you have the space. You could stand up and stomp the feet. And you can also clap the hands. We do this in class sometimes. This is really great for getting a little bit of a pump going, moving around the blood, moving around the lymph. And if you're feeling a little stagnant, it's a great way to keep going. Great way to get the blood pumping. Wake up the feet, wake up the hands. 1 or 2 more breaths. Shake it out. Big inhale up and exhale. Inhale up, exhale. Breath is moving. One or 2 more times. Shake it out. Let the shoulders bounce. And then we're going to take a little sway. Same thing, if you want to stand, you could stand for this. You can also do the seated. Notice what your jaw does. Are you clenching your jaw? Can you make a little space? And we're going to move down into the legs again, and we're going to just let the legs wiggle in and out. And you can use your hands. Use the hands and just see, where do I feel stiff? Where does it want to move? Does one ankle not wiggle as much as the other? One hip is different. And then we're going to really plant the heels, flex the feet, and rotate the legs in and out. And that's happening up here in the hips. That's where the movement's happening. And maybe you feel a difference. One side might feel a bit different than the other. Wherever you are, make sure you're breathing. We're going to do a couple more times in and out. And we're going to bring it back to center, or take a little circle around with the chest. And as your chest circles around, maybe you're noticing, ooh, there's a little tight spot, there's a little resistance. It's up to you if you want to linger in that space of resistance. For me, it's right here. You take a big breath. And then keep moving, or you can just continue to circle. You don't have to linger. Up to you. Now I take it in the other direction. And maybe there's a little bit of a difference when you go in one direction versus the other. We're going to go around a few more times and we're going to do a little bit of balancing work. So I'm going to stand for this balancing work. And it's a great day to try a little bit of balance because it is the autumn equinox. And a time when we get to really notice the balance of the solar world, the lunar world, the balance of the seasons. We're halfway between summer solstice and winter solstice. So I thought we could explore that with our physical practice today. Meet me back in a mountain spine. We're going to take a tree pose. So you can do this seated. I like to use a block personally if I'm doing this seated. A little more comfortable for my hips. So you can find your tree pose. This just makes the best sense for me and my body. Some people might be comfortable lifting their foot, or you can keep one foot on the ground, have the knee turned out. That's the tree, the seated variation. I'm going to show it standing. So finding your stance, and you can use some props. You can always hold on to something or a wall. We're going to root our feet. We're going to anchor our gaze beyond the screen you're watching me on. Something non-moving. Find your pinky toes, the ball of your foot, your heel. Take an inhale. And exhale, start to shift your weight to one side. And you can keep the toes on the ground. Foot against the calf. Some folks like higher up the leg. And even just one or two fingers on a prop, or on a wall, or a piece of furniture, can really let you sink into this sensation of balancing. You can figure out what your branches want to do. They could grow, or they could stay more anchored on your hips, more stability. And you're breathing. And we're not just balancing physically, we're balancing effort and ease, focus without straining, a sense of stillness without rigidity. And maybe those are some dualities you can take into your autumn equinox reflections today. Shake it out when you're ready. We'll try the other side, seated or standing. And maybe you notice a difference from one side to the other. Finding your roots, finding your branches. Don't forget your gaze. Don't forget your breath. Hope you get to spend some time outside today. I know the autumn equinox is specifically, I think, at 2:19 p.m. Eastern Time, where I am. Honoring that balance of nature. A changing of the season is coming. The busyness, the go, go, go of summer might be slowing down. We're winnowing. We're letting go. We're getting ready to root into rest. Let's take one more inhale wherever you are. And then step it out, sway it out, wiggle. Take a big inhale with me and a big exhale. Thanks so much, folks, for joining me today. I'll be back around 12-ish on Mondays for our movement break. I hope to see you soon. Thanks, folks.